To celebrate the 87.3% matric pass rate, we focus in on the role that has been played by many organizations, including the Transport Education Training Authority, many of you might know as TETA. Well, TETA is one of the 21 SETAs in South Africa that have been mandated to facilitate skills development and training. And South Africa has a skills development backlog due to a number of technological and historical challenges. TETA's sector is the multi-billion rand transport industry. And for more on how TETA has been supporting quality education and skills development in the country, let's welcome TETA CEO Maphefo Anno-Frempong. Thank you so much, Maphefo. Great having you with us on the show. So in a nutshell, what is TETA's primary role in education and skills training here in South Africa?
Our role is to exclusively focus on facilitating skills development in the transport sector as a whole, whether it is private and public sector. We work in 8 subsectors, and the way in which we facilitate skills development is to provide opportunities for those that are in the sector to go for further skills development, to provide opportunities for those that are prospective workers in the sector, in the different subsectors, to get either opportunities for training, opportunities for business development, if they want to get into entrepreneurship, support those that are in leadership levels to be provided skills development in order for them to be at the cutting edge of the sector. We do provide different ways for support in the sector.
Maphefo, I mean, this is a great initiative, but obviously information as well as awareness, especially for those who would actually likely benefit, is pretty limited. Tell us more about where they can actually access this, and maybe also just how many schools are beneficiaries of the project that we're going to talk about, which is the Adopt a School initiative by TETA.
We have, over the past 12 years, supported 60 schools in all the provinces, and these are schools that are in the majority no-fee paying schools. The way in which the schools are selected is that the provinces or the principals of those schools, if they identify they need support in curriculum, they need support for the teachers, they need support for the learners, they even need any additional support in the form of an intern or an administrator clerk, they then write to us as an institution. We then investigate if they are on the improvement plan of that specific province, and if they are a potential pipeline for the transport sector, in the sense that we then adopt secondary schools from grade 8 up until grade 12 with the intention to provide them access to the transport sector. And the schools are the ones led by the principal and the school management teams and the school governing bodies, working closely with us on a variety of initiatives.
And I've seen and been part of some of those initiatives there. Of course, Maphefo, I mean, we once held an automation on HIV and AIDS and how this actually relates to actual transport. And this was with one of the reputable universities here in Johannesburg. So we would like you to tell us more about TETA's Adopt a School initiative and how it's been also beneficial to the matric class of 2024.
Let me first start by talking about the benefits of the TETA Adopt a School, in the sense that every school we have supported, except for one, especially with this current results, they have all performed either in the 80% percentages. There are those that have even breached the national percentage and gone to 90%, and a few others have really gone to even 100%. The way in which the program works is that there are different opportunities. Each and every school we adopt has to have grade 10 students up to grade 12 students that are mainly interested in maths, science, and ICT. The reason being, in the transport sector, those are the gateway subjects to enter into different occupational categories in the transport sector. So once the learners have made subject choices and they have an interest in transport, we then provide a support that is multifaceted. The first one is support life orientation teachers with our career guide so that they know the different occupational categories in transport. And during life orientation classes, they can then guide the learners on the right subject choices, on how they can be exposed to that field that they are interested in. So one aspect is assisting them with guidance. The second aspect is the school might need a maths and a science teacher. So we then take interns, people that have finished their qualifications as teachers, either in maths, either in science, either in English, and we then put them at that school and pay for the stipend for the duration of a year. They then assist the school and assist the learners. In some instances, we try to work with the schools to get the Department of Education to absorb the interns. Most of the interns we have actually placed, you can relate the improved results in English, in maths and science on the basis that those teachers that we sent there as interns were actually the ones that drove the improvement of the results.
That's great news.
The third aspect that them with is curriculum. We recognize that kids need to be revising, need to attend enrichment camps. So what we do, we provide grade 12 students with devices that are preloaded with previous exam papers and the answer sheets so that they can revise and they can really take the time during revision going through the curriculum for the subjects that they are registered in time before they write the examinations. One or two of our schools is a school for visually impaired kids, and one of the schools is a school that is actually a school for the deaf. And what we have done with those schools, based on their need and based on how unique they are, with the school for the deaf, we've provided them support material with Braille. We've also supported them by purchasing a Braille embosser printing machine so that they can make printouts for the learners. For the deaf one, we've supported them with a sign language practitioner to work with the school together with the TVET college to assist those learners that need sign language. The other schools that are general really ask for different things, but the bulk of those support areas I've identified is which we support our schools with.
Those are great initiatives, Maphefo. Maybe very quickly, we're out of time. How do learners or even schools that may be keen on some of your skills development projects get in touch with you? And how do you even verify or identify these particular schools?
They can send an email to TETA. They can send an email to anita.m@teta.org.za and request to be adopted. Our verification process includes us checking if that school definitely is on the improvement plan of that department. We also request the department to support us with an endorsement letter to ensure that they can monitor how the schools are performing. And then once we have gone through the verification process with them, all we just need is to add them on a database of our support. Then my team will then visit the school to identify their needs and provide their needs based on that which is urgent for them.
Maphefo, thank you so much for that great initiative. And of course, let's hope that some of our viewers can actually exercise some of that critical and key information. That is Maphefo Anno-Frempong there. She's the TETA CEO, and she was joining us via Zoom on the various educational as well as schools initiatives.